Hi, Tales from the Dashcam back again. As I promised before, I was going to do a detailing video. This time a little bit of a twist because I'm going to use my son's 2010 Wrangler JKU as a pilot for it. It's got 180,000 miles on it and it needs some love. So instead of using the Gray Ghost, I'm going to try out a bunch of new products and some old ones and see how this job comes out. So here, the first thing I got is from Torque Detail. This is new and it's a plastic restorer. I want to see how this works as compared to Armor All. Again, another product from Torque Detail. This is a ceramic detailer. It's supposed to last 1 year. I want to try that out on the JK. Also, I've got the Turtle Wax Fresh Clean. I like this product quite a bit. So we'll be cleaning the interior with that. You can see here from the chemical guys, I've got a Max Foam cannon. I saw this on another YouTube channel and it looked really intriguing. I can't wait to try it. The same thing with the chemical guys foaming auto wash. Then again, there's Armor All. I use that on tires and things like that, especially on the Jeeps because the tire surface is so big. Black Magic Tire Wet's a nice product. I use it on my wife's car. But you can go through that like penny candy on a Jeep. I've got wheel and tire cleaner here from Armor All. And from a previous video, here's the O'Reilly's engine degreaser. This ought to be pretty interesting on a car with high miles. One thing I will say about this that in the last video I didn't add is that this is a petroleum-based product. So if you garage keep your car and you clean your car like this, it's going to smell like gasoline or like a petroleum product in your garage for quite a few days. That's the one downside I will say about this product. Also here hidden in the back is OxyClean for the seats. It'll be interesting to see how that works out because the Wranglers are notorious for water stains. And when you clean them, you still get some staining. So I'll be interested to see how that works out. So we'll move on to 2010 Jeep Wrangler next.
Okay, so here's my detailing project. This is my son's 2010 Wrangler JK. It has almost 200,000 miles on it. It sits outside. He takes good care of it. But I thought it would be more interesting to do something like this before and after as I would doing the Gray Ghost, who's fairly new and I'm always keeping it clean, garage kept. So I'll just walk it around real quick and you can get a look. This Wrangler has a 2-inch lift on it. He's running 34 nittos. It's going to be interesting to see how the fender flares work out because they're faded pretty bad. And this is going to be a full-on detail outside and inside. I'm going to try and get as much as I can during the week. I mean, even the interior is a stick shift. It's locked up right now and I didn't bring the key, so I just do that through the window. But as you can see, this is where we're starting. I think the first step is going to be the engine bay, which I did on my JL in a previous video. But this was the old last of the inline 6s because they went to the Pentastar in what, 2013 I guess. And it's quite an engine, the Pentastar, so I think this is going to need some cleaning up on the inside. So that's our project vehicle. Okay, so here's a real challenge. This engine bay is pretty filthy, as you can tell. So the last video I did was really crappy and my engine wasn't this dirty, but this one's pretty much very dusty and we're going to do the same thing. The last video was just absolutely horrible. I was kind of embarrassed by it. So we're going to try this pretty much the same thing with the engine bay. Clean it off. We're going to take care of the alternator and watch the battery area and the computer, which is here on this version. And this is the old 6-cylinder that's before the Pentastar. So we're going to give it a shot, see what happens here. Same thing I'm using here is the O'Reilly engine degreaser.
We'll see how that works. I'm going to go all over this and, pretty hard. So we'll see how this works out. So we're going to spray it down. Grease everything. Give it a good once over. Stay away from the battery. The whole thing. The engine's dead cold. Now, according to the can, you should be partially warm, but I'm not taking that chance. Now we'll spray her down. I'm even going to go up there. It's pretty dirty. Now we'll hammer the hood. Never a really good shot. And we'll see how this all works out. I mean, this is really a filthy engine bay. It's a 12-year-old car. And the can is pretty much, there it is. It's shot. So I used everything here. And we'll let it soak for a few minutes. Okay, a few minutes have passed. So I'm going to turn the hose loose on this thing. Again, I'm being careful here, in the battery area. And I fully expect that I'm going to have to wipe some of this down. But let's wash the hood off. Yeah, no direct spray on the alternator. But so far, oh my God, I'm looking at some of the dust coming off this thing, and I am totally impressed with what this product does so far. I mean, you look at the washer fluid tanks and the brake tank for the brake fluid. This thing is really knocking everything down. And I am really impressed now with this O'Reilly product and how it is cleaning everything up. Wow. That is pretty awesome on what it did. Look at this. You saw it before, you saw it after. I'm going to still wipe it down because that's how I roll. Clean up the hood. This engine compartment looks pretty dang good for all the more effort I put into it. Okay, so this is just the beginning of cleaning up this 2010 Wrangler. Okay, I just got back from the Outer Banks, Corolla to be exact, and we were up to four-wheel drive beach, so I'm pulling double duty today on this detailing project. I just finished up cleaning all the sand out of the Gray Ghost, and now I'm about to start on the JK project I'm working on and detailing my son's JKU. So here we go. Okay, so for cleaning up the interior, I'm going to start with this rigid vacuum cleaner. I got this shop vac some time ago at Home Depot from again yet another YouTuber that used them. This is probably the best shop vac I've ever owned, and really pleased at how it cleans cars. So anyway, you can see we got a lot of work here on the JK that needs to be cleaned up. I'll vacuum and I'll clean these floor mats. Normally I would have WeatherTech cleaners, and they're kind of pricey. I'm out of it right now, so I'll be going with a degreaser.
and cleaning up the floor mats, cleaning up the interior, using some interior spray. And I am not touching the seats because these JK seats are notorious for if you put any water on them, they tend to stain even with plain water. So I'm going to avoid that and go ahead and clean it. I'm going to show you the before here, and then I'll come back and show you the after. I mean, watching me clean can't be that exciting. So hang on. Okay, so these floor mats are Husky liners. I run WeatherTechs, but either way, having a good set of deep dish floor mats is almost key to running anything in a Jeep. I'm going to clean these up with super cleaner. They're pretty dirty, but not completely totaled. So I'll spray them off and come back later and show you how that worked out. Okay, so here's the after. I just finished cleaning these. I use a sponge I use for wheels and tires because I won't put any type of wheel and tire sponge on the body because of the fibers coming off the brake lining and stuff scuffing your clear coat. So I usually have a separate sponges for the wheels and tires, and it's just as good to use them on these. So it didn't come out too bad for a 12-year-old set of liners. I wish I'd have had the WeatherTech system because I won't put an Armor All on these. It just makes it too slippery, especially since this thing's a stick. But with the WeatherTech products, the dress for that product is not slippery, and it does bring out a real nice shine, kind of like Armor All, without all the greasiness.
Next, I'm going to use an interior cleaner from the dash and other areas. I have just this Turtle Wax Fresh Clean. You can buy any interior cleaner you want. Just make sure you have a nice clean microfiber rag. So I'll go over that, and I'll show you the results of that later.
Okay, so here's the after of the interior. I cleaned it up with the interior cleaner, and then most of the plastic pieces I hit with a touch of Armor All, vacuumed it out, and I'd say it's looking pretty good for a 12-year-old car. Now, like I said, I'm not touching the upholstery. I'm a little leery about doing that because I think they make the stains worse on these cars by using upholstery cleaner. So I'll leave it up to my son to deal with that. But otherwise, it cleaned up real nice inside. So we'll be moving on to the exterior next, and I think that's where the real challenge is going to be, is trying to bring the plastic pieces back to life and trying out some new products I have here that I've never used before on the outside of this Jeep. As you can see, the exterior all in all is pretty clean. You see a lot of leaf litter and stuff on that. That's because it sat outside of my place this time of the year under a cherry tree. So I'll take a leaf blower, blow that off, and then I'll begin to prep this. I'm going to try out a brand new foam cannon that I saw from another YouTuber, and I've been dying to try on my Jeep, the Gray Ghost, and this one. So we'll see how that works out and what kind of job it does on these vehicles.
Okay, so it's the next day here. Weather's improved considerably after I did the interior work on the JK. So today I'm going to fire up my pressure washer, and we're going to use the Chemical Guys foam cannon, which I had ordered some time ago, along with the foaming wash product. All you need is really 2 ounces of the soap to a jar of the wash, so that will go a long way. So I'm going to do both vehicles. You see them sitting here today. My JKU needs done after coming back from the beach, and this is continuing on with the project I said, detailing the 2010 JK. So I'll be showing you how this product works. Okay, so what I forgot to mention was the fact that I like to spray the tires down with tire and wheel cleaner prior to washing the car and letting it soak. I've noticed that if you take these things to the local car wash, no matter how good the system is, it doesn't get the wheels as clean as you'd like them. So even if I go to a car wash, I would take it and spray it. So that's what you saw me doing earlier. But based on what I'm seeing here so far with the foam cannon, I don't think I'll be going to a car wash. So to rinse it off, I've got this little device here that goes on the power washer. It's called a turbo nozzle. Now, again, I saw this off another guy, the same guy that got me the foam cannon on YouTube. This is available on Amazon. Okay, next is my old friend Armor All I've been using for years. I use this over tire wet, mainly because tire wet I think is a nicer product for tires, but the size of these things, you go through a bowl of tire wet, probably 2 applications. Tire wet seems to last a lot longer and has a nice wet looking finish. I use it on my wife's car, but I won't use it here. So I'm going to start with just hitting these tires. You can see the surface area of a 34-inch tire is really takes a lot spray. So I'm going to do the rest of the tires. I don't think you really need to watch them. What I'll do is I'll probably roll it 3 or 4 feet and catch the bottom down here where I can't necessarily get 100%. I'm just kind of retentive that way when it comes to doing stuff with the car. Now you're probably wondering why I didn't armor all the fender flares. Well, we're going to try out a new product from Torque Detail called Plastic Restore. I seen their ceramic coatings as a replacement for wax, which I'm going to do later. But right now, I'm going to try this stuff out. And supposedly it lasts a lot longer than Armor All, which is a few days and you're back to faded again. You know, some people actually take a hairdryer and hit it with heat and darken them up. But that doesn't last long either. So we're going to try this product because I actually want to use it on my Jeep as well. So let's give it a shot and see how it works. Be a little bit careful with the overspray. This is doing very fine mist. Okay, that, take a clean microfiber rag and distribute this all over the fender. Overspray off the fender. Okay, so that's a considerable improvement, but I guess time will tell if it lasts as long as they advertise it. When I do the plastic bumpers on my Jeep, I'll get a better feel because I'll be around that vehicle daily. Okay, so I'm going to finish off the rest of these and we'll show the final product when I'm done doing this. Okay, you saw before what the fenders looks like. Here's what after looks like. Turned out pretty nice. I had to go spray it kind of gingerly on this thing. I got a little streaking on this bumper. I'm not sure why. The bumper's pretty well faded. I may have to hit it a second coat. But it does what it says. It's not greasy like Armor All. And there's so much plastic on this thing, you could blow through a bottle of this pretty quickly on a Sport. So I'll be moving on to the next step, which will be doing the coating on here. I got a ceramic coating from Torque Detail as well, and I'm going to do the body. That's about the last piece of this project. I decided to give this Jeep a second coat on the flares with the Torque Plastic Restore. And I think it needed 2 coats. It seemed to have done a lot better job. Also, I want to show you
what it did to a newer vehicle and how it worked on the Gray Ghost. As you can see, it really brings out a nice shine. Like I said, it's not greasy. It applies well on the newer cars. And mirror, all the black looks really good. The bumper looks great. I said the real tail will be, and it didn't take nearly as much product to get it in pretty good shape as it did the JK. I thought I'd give you a quick walk around of the Gray Ghost so you get a good look at what this product can do. I'm really impressed by it. Like I said, time will tell how long this stays like this. See if it's longer than Armor All. So there's the product, Torque Detail. You are not going to believe how quickly I went over the body of this. Now, people are probably looking at this and seeing some of these streaks here. I believe these hinges were replaced, and the mechanic put some sort of sealant back behind that. I'm not sure how I'm going to get that off. But overall, I applied this really fast. It's a great shine. And that should be it for about a year, according to the literature. And it's got a mirror shine. You can probably see me standing there in the door. Real happy with this product. I really can't wait to get a coat of this down on the Ghost. Okay, the last product I got here is for the windshield is Rain-X, and this is a must. You go out in the rain or anything in storms, water beads right off. I've been in severe thunderstorms and didn't even have to turn my windshield wipers on. You watch people, you know, they're pulling off the side of the road, they can't see. Well, visibility is huge, and this is worth applying. I apply it in the spring and I apply it in the fall. Even with snow and things like that, it's, you know, you get a very heavy snow squall and it's on a hot windshield, this stuff beads right off. It's a great product. It's simple to apply. Paper towels and just spray it and buff it out and you're done. Now, I have put a step stool here. Mainly because this Jeep is high. Set that up here for now. Okay. Well, I just apply a liberal coat. It's recommended that you put 2 coats of this stuff down. Wax job, that thing's flying off the hood. With brand new wax on, of course. So I just get it and I'll buff it a little bit, and I'll let it dry. I only do like half the windshield at a time because if it gets too dry, it's a real pain to get off. So you can see it. It'll get a little bit of a haze on it. I don't know if you can see it from the camera or not, but it gets a nice haze to it. And once it gets a nice haze, you just go back across it. Take the streaks out. Get all the streaks off of it. And there you have it. So, in the essence of time, I will do the other half and apply the second coat off camera, but you get the idea. Okay, this is an addendum to the detailing of the JK. So a day later, and it was a beautiful Sunday, fall Sunday afternoon, I decided to put the Torque Detail ceramic coating on the Gray Ghost, and I've also got the plastic restorer on this thing, and it turned out spectacular. I highly recommend it. It's quick to apply, and I did it in probably less than a half hour as opposed to busting knuckles, spending all day with paste wax or even like a liquid turtle wax. And this is good for a year. Well, I'll definitely be buying more of this product in the future. So far I've done two full vehicles with it. I have some left. I'm going to do the third one, my wife's car, and it at least takes got 3 applications out of it. Actually, probably 4, because the JK I doubled down and did it twice, just because of the age. But as you can see, it turned out great. And once again, as I said before, thanks for watching this video.